Welcome to this second part of the Nomcraft Brewing 3 Beer Thursday. As you can see today, we've got the final 3 beers. We have the Hoppy, the Barbarian. We have the 5 Strings Hazy IPA. And just to kind of balance it out, I've also got the Nomcraft Golden Ale. So Nomcraft, as you can see, do make something that is non-IPA. We're going to drink these 3 beers in this video, and at the end, I'm going to come back, see which is the best of these 3 bunch, and then try to bring it all together with the beers from the last video and the beers from this one. But starting off, Hoppy the Barbarian. First up, we have the Hoppy the Barbarian. This is a 7% double dry hopped IPA, and if rumours are to be believed, it uses the Conan strain of yeast, which for those people who really know about their IPAs, it's the same yeast that, I get this right, Heady Topper uses. Okay, but it's kind of out there. Is it the same yeast? Is it not? And it also contains Idaho 7 hops and Mandarin Bavaria. First things first, as you can see, it's not that hazy. It is a golden colour, and as in the last video, this beer isn't going to fit into this bottle. A little bit of bubbles floating around. It's not too heavily carbonated, but it's very fruity, incredibly fruity. Lots of oranges, lemons, a bit of mango going on there. Peachy as well. Very fruity. Quite dry. There's a lot of fruit going on there. Probably perhaps the fruitiest of the 4 beers I've had so far from Nomcraft. There's a little bit of chill haze on the glass. As you can see, a little bit of chill haze going on there. Nothing too off-putting, but it's incredibly fruity, and taste it too. Really tastes fruity there. It's not very sweet actually. I'm guessing that could be the Conan yeast perhaps ripping through it. I don't know much about the Conan yeast, to be honest, so if anybody does know, leave it in the comments below. But the one thing I do get is that lingering, sticky, kind of orangey, lemony flavour to it. Yeah, very, very drinkable. Very drinkable. It's not cloying, but it is. It's definitely leaving a sticky residue there. It's a slight. There's a little bit of booziness going on there. As I mentioned, it is 7%. It's not a whoomph hit in the face, but you do notice it. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. So here we have the 5 Strings Hazy IPA. It's a 6.5% hazy IPA, and it actually uses the Ebergarden Kvik yeast strain, which seems to have taken pretty much over a lot of breweries right now because of its fast acting breakdown of sugars into alcohol. Got some notes from here. It also contains Galaxy, Idaho 7 and Mosaic hops. Now I don't know about you, but for me, I love Mosaic. I think it brings in some amazing tropical flavours. First thing, obviously, pour into the glass. Let's have a look. Kind of a light straw colour, and straight away, as you can see, it's hazy. I mean, hazy by name, and there's quite a plump white head on top. I don't think this is bottle conditioned. Doesn't say anything on the label about it being bottle conditioned. Yeah, incredibly hazy there. I can't see anything through it. Hop wise, it's sorry, I had to get some of it off because, you know, the bottles don't fit into the glasses. There's no yeast kick to it. There's nothing. I wouldn't have known this was a Greek, I can't say it, yeast. But it's definitely tropical. Pineapple, peaches. Yeah, pineapple, peaches, and a bit of lemon going on. Smooth. That is very smooth. It's not bitter at all. I mean, it says it's a hazy IPA, but that is not bitter at all in the slightest. It's actually, I don't know if you can see it there on the bottom left, but it's actually a collaboration with Len Kyoto Kawaramachi. And actually, funny enough, when I was in Kyoto a couple of years ago, stayed down there. Really nice little place down there, like the first floor hotel lobby with a nice little couple of curries and craft beer on tap. So if you're in the Kyoto area, check out Lem. Didn't stay there, mind, because I had a capsule hotel. But yeah, it's a nice little place. Good curries, like I said. And they really try to support craft beer. That is, as it's definitely very tangerine orange, pineapple, mango going on there. Very fruity. The lemon's not so strong, I have to say. But a little bit of a stickiness to it. But that's 2 for 2, guys. That is 2 for 2. I might have to order some more, except I can't, because unfortunately it was a limited edition and the Nomcraft guys, without me knowing, put it in the box. So I'm glad to have tried it, guys, but this should really be part of the regular lineup. It's damn good. I like it. Okay. Finally, we've got the Nomcraft Golden Ale. It's a 5% Golden Ale, which apparently when I got this, it got a nice little note. It says it's one of their only non-IPA beers. And it's kind of weird because Golden Ales are a funny bunch to make. Not that popular at the moment, but kind of pours that light straw colour. Again, bigger glass, guys. It's very light coloured, a little bit hazy. Smells floral, a little bit yeasty, a little bit phenolic. Dry. There's a weird bitterness to it. It tastes a bit cereally, I guess, if that makes sense. You know, when you get some malts, they do taste a little bit cereally, like cornflakes. It has that. A bit of sweet corn, I guess. But Golden Ales, Blonde Ales, I'm not a particular fan of. It's got a little bit of a sour kick to it. It's a shame because after all the IPAs and the West Coast IPAs and the hazy IPA, just kind of ends this video in a bit of a downer, really. I mean, if you like your Golden Ales, you're like this. But I think that's a style of beer that perhaps we're going to see a lot less of, Golden Ales, I think, really going forward. It's because it's not something I particularly enjoy. It's not badly made, it's just for me the style kind of lacks punch, I guess, and shame, really. Shame. So we've come to the end of this part of the 3 Beer Thursday from Nomcraft Brewing, and like I said, I'm going to do just a quick roundup for these beers and then think about last week's and kind of put them into some kind of order. And I think it was pretty obvious in that part of the segment of the video, but for me, the Golden Ale is perhaps the weakest of the bunch. I think if I hadn't had it after something else like the hazy, it would have probably been a bit higher up, but after the 2 beers, I think it wasn't, that exciting. Second, again, this is like the previous part, a close second. The Hoppy, the Barbarian, it's clean, it's tasty, it's nice, does exactly what it's supposed to do. Very, very drinkable, and I'd happily recommend this if you find it. But the 5 strings for me, out of these 3, was easily the best. It could have been the Mosaic, it could have been the tropical flavours. It was just a well-made, solid beer, and I want more of it. I really do. I want more of it, and it's a shame that it's kind of a limited edition, but when I think about the beers I had last time and try to put them in some kind of order, so as I said in the last video, 3, 2, 1. Number 6 is going to be that. It's going to be that. Sorry guys, just, it's just after these 5, it's kind of mild. The Let's Go West, number 5, it's something that I did enjoy it, but just in hindsight, after the other 4, wasn't so enjoyable. Bright Skies. I know that comes a bit of a shock because I said Sandshore being based on this, but it's a solid West Coast IPA. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, but that's the reason why it's there. It's not an evolution, it's not revolution, it's not innovative. It just is a West Coast IPA. If you like them, you won't be disappointed by it at all. At all. These 3 are really close to call. I'm going to say Hoppy the Barbarian. Again, it's a solid beer, very fruity, very tasty, very, very drinkable. And if you did get a pint of it, you wouldn't be disappointed. If you ordered the set online, you wouldn't be disappointed. These 2 are hard. These 2 are really, really hard, and I haven't done this before. I might do it again, but these 2 for me are just fantastic. This was a beautiful medley of fruits going on. Very fruity, as I mentioned in the video, lemons, peaches, oranges, very, very tasty, very clean. This, with the Sandshore, the Budo Sandshore, helps to bring out the lemony of the hops, gives it some pop with a bit of spiciness. But these 2, fantastic, and hopefully you'll be able to get them, because these really are good. They're great beers. I want more of these. As a roundup, do go try out Nomcraft Brewing. They're down in Wakayama. They do have an online store, which the link will be below. Thank you for the patrons for supporting this video. If you don't support us on Patreon yet, there's a link down below. Thank you for following me on this adventure with Nomcraft Brewing. See you next time.